Hello and welcome to my part 2 of my Duchy of Silesia playthrough on Crusader Kings 2. So before I just got married, and that was about it really. I got married to a nice quick woman, the Duchess Mencia of Silesia, who was quick, patient, lustful, deceitful and charitable. She had seriously the fortune builder education, which is much better than my education. So just sort of waiting to to play through, waiting for things to go through. And there's like this war between Pomerania and Obertricia winning. Yeah, does this High Chiefdom here. We are fighting a war for, where was it fighting? What was the 1st of January? Fighting a war for the subjugating Pomerania. So they're trying to conquer the whole of the 3 provinces. Oh, that's an interesting autosave. Also made by almost my computer freeze, but it's working now, so that's fine. The laws of Silesia approved by low centralization law, so that's good. This moves my domain size max limit to 3, reduces my vassal limit to 20. I have still no vassals. So just sort of waiting for my heir, really. Okay, so let's go to intrigue, because I have a important decision. Because my ambition is the Lord's opponent approved the institutional title vocation law. Because my ambition is to build a war chest, I can actually extort subjects. So let's give this a bash. And I could try and... So the money for that war chest is not going to raise itself. You've decided to take matters into your own hands and see to that the chests get filled with donations from your loyal subjects. How should you proceed? So I get my peasants, so everyone will not like me for it. I could get my clergyman, everyone will not like it. Or I could not do it. So I will not do this one, just because I need people to like me more, because I'm a new ruler and all that. I could found a new kingdom, but I can't really, because I need to do a lot of prerequisites. So I could promote commander, invite a holy man, blah blah. So get new people in my court. I could borrow from the Jews, which is a Sons of Abraham DLC thing, which I could just borrow money from the Jews, which I would do. My religious people won't like me as much because I'm sort of borrowing from religion, but I get a lot of money. I could also buy indulgences, but that's sort of paying the Pope to get me piety. Well, I can't expel the Jewry because I'm not an independent ruler, so I might have to wait till my liege does it, and then he gets the opinion analysis from that, because expelling Jews isn't really good for you, because they hurt you in the long run. Okay, so let's sort of play again. I'll ramp up the speed a bit more, because there isn't really much to do apart from wait to my wife to give me an heir. And wait for me on Fabricator to claim my suggestion, so hopefully that will come down soon. He's at 2nd war now. He's at war with the High Chiefdom of Pruthenia in the war against Gdansk. So, sucks to be him. Oh, plus again. Oh, we're at war. Poland's at war with the High Chief Mavridas of Yatvingia due to being raided. Actually, that's not Kuyavia. I think, yeah, we're being raided by Yatvingians. Yatvingia, where's Yatvingia? This guy here. This High Chiefdom, this pagan High Chiefdom is trying to raid me because the pagans can raid people. So he's a Romuva pagan. So I have an opportunity to do a lot of holy wars in the future. Okay, what am I next? This big white blob is the Holy Roman Empire. Very big white blob. So I'm next to that, and hopefully they won't get to war with me. But here's the Duchy of Bohemia. Holy Roman Empire is at war with France over Ghent, which is sort of typical Holy Roman Emperor. Basically every single game I've seen, that's been a war. Okay, my liege, since I arrived at Silesia, there's never been a shortage of soldiers reinforcing the troops stationed there. Under our guidance, they believe fame and fortune awaits them. So this is part of my march of one of the events he can increase levy reinforcement rate, and he will do that. can also just look at my military. So this is how many troops I can get from my personal domain. 1123 in each province. I could raise them for war. I get 94 from my vassals. So my city vassals can give me troops. My church vassals can't because they like the Pope more than me. Because if they like the Pope more than you, they pay taxes to him. They don't give troops to you. This is very weird. Every time I auto save, it sort of X's out the window. Perhaps because I got something running in the background. So this is the bishop who I fired from my council, essentially, and he really does not like me. Yeah, he's not angry. He's angry with the council, but he doesn't care. / I don't care that he's not on my council. Okay, my liege. During my stay in Upper Silesia, I found a great philosopher who agreed to help me with my studies on how to culture in the province. With your permission, I suggest that we employ him. So I can lose money to buy cultural technology points, or I could not. I might as well because I have money. So I have 50 cultural advances now, and I could buy. So this total says that I can invest in a technology advance. So I could try and buy one of these off, but they're almost improved, so I might as well wait for them to improve. I can extort subjects again, and I might do that now, being that nothing really happened from last time. So peasants or clergymen. What's this tooltip? I could grant a commander title. Okay, I'm going to extort the peasants. So yeah, peasants Upper Silesia did, as expected, not appreciate the extra tax we forced upon them. The peasants even elected a leader amongst them, so asking questions why this tax was necessary, and exclaimed that they would now have to starve. Oh well, I am arbitrary. I don't care about them. Perhaps something should be done before they get the pitchforks. The tax is obviously necessary. The peasants are just greedy. This is probably because the only option I have. Increase the local revolt risk for 5 years. Oh god, and decrease the local tax modifier by 75% in my home province. So this is this thing here. So this has now 5% revolt risk, which is getting a bit sort of. Ugh. That means they might revolt against me, and I have to try and quell them. I'm also getting less reinforce rate. So using my troops, I can also hire mercenaries if I so choose. This is one way of getting a lot of money, so I can try and hire mercenaries if I need to fight any wars, because they cost a lot to hire and they have a quite hefty monthly cost. So I'm making 2 gold a month, and this ultimately costs 17 a month. So you can't hire them for long. There are 0 holy orders because it's a bit too early. There's not crusades yet. So go to retinues are sort of a feature of the Legacy of Rome DLC. That's the one where you can have a standing army, which is only really good for large countries. Because I have retinue cap of 68 for being my little duchy, and each one of these costs about. It has a 900 retinue cap usage. They sort of cost money to recuperate. They have a bit of standing cost, so they're useful if you're a big country and you can just place retinues inside other countries, because you can't declare war when you have levies raised, but retinue, it doesn't count as a levy, so you can have them raised over someone else's land or near someone else's land. This is a bit weird, this zooming out of the thing. Hopefully it just stays weird and doesn't turn into something terminal. But to use the mouse, you just push it into the screen, but my right screen isn't working, so I have to sort of push down under my mouse scroll wheel to pitch it around, or I can use the arrow keys. So let's look at some. If I press Control click, I can just see my duchy, which is sort of little on its own, so I'm in the maroon. I can also check other things. Check my diplomatic relations. These are the people I can go to war with. There's only one person, my liege, the King of Poland. So I only have my casus belli's is independence. I can declare independence from my liege, which is a bit pointless because he's much more bigger than me. I can start subjects again, which I probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't do, because people start hating me if I do that. So I won't do that now. What's this one? Gun commander. Oh. So Ethiopian I can declare war with at the moment. When I fabricate a claim from Stettin, I will be able to have diplomatic claims over the High Chieftain of Pomerania, or the High Chieftain of Etruria, depends who wins the war. Or so. Interestingly, I need to go back to Rome. King Borislav the Bold has inherited the Duchy of Kuyavia and other titles from King Vladislav of Duke Vladislav of Kiavia. So this is my kingdom, and he owns all of these. So he owns Ploch, Plochk, Cheshk, and that's about it, personally. And this now Duke Vladislav of Kiavia, I think he must have given him as a vassal, founded the elected succession faction in Poland. So elected succession in Poland faction. Let's go to factions, because that's a bit more relevant. So these are the factions in my duchy. There aren't any, because I have no vassals who can do factions, because barons, mayors, and priests can't. And there's factions which I could do in the Kingdom of Poland. I can't start a faction, because I'm on the council, and the council's content. But and I can't even join a faction here. But here's the elected succession faction. He also seats in the council, so he's not on the council, which means he can actually join a faction. He'll probably put on the council later. Let's look at my council, yeah. So I'm actually going to try and, if I right click on my liege, I can do stuff. Like I can resign my council, I can declare war. You can right click on any council to sort of do stuff with them. Like my wife could buy a favour, and she doesn't want it. Yeah, this is the sort of, if you try and do something with them, opinion. So you need overall positive opinion to order to do things. So here I have -1 opinion. She has -1 opinion of me, or she's not high enough opinion to me, which means -1 towards the option. She has a +1 because money is welcome, but she's base elections of -1, so she will not accept my offer. And basically, you can sort of chat with, organize things. So if I go to my bishop who hates me, I could award honorary title because he hates me. So I can like pick one of these like high armoner and make him like me a bit. Why does he hate me so much? I fired him for the council. He's recently fired. I'm tyrannical from that. I also extorting the peasants. I have a short range. He likes that I have Gavrikine succession. He likes that I made him high armoner. He wants a seat in the council. He's also content. I also owe money for the church, as well as some liege views and church views are my traits. So if I go to succession laws, inheritance laws, agnatic, cognatic, Gavrikine. This means that men come first, then women, of children wise. Gavrikine means that my land is separated between my sons. It isn't really something I want to have because I have 2 counties. So if I die and I have 2 children, I have 1 county. One of my elders will get the duchy, but one of the counties will go to my son or my brother in that case, because I'll be dead. I'll be my new character, which is not good because the brother might not really like me and might try and kill me, or it might even it's better to keep it in somewhere I can control. So I might have to change my succession law to something like elective monarchy, which is quite easy to do. Few changes I can't really do because I need quite a few laws, which I don't have. Seniority, I need a few laws which I don't have. Basically, it's Crown Authority laws. So if I go to the Crown Authority law of Poland, I don't know where to find the Crown Authority law of Poland. Maybe it's neat. Maybe it's what was I looking for? My personal, yeah. So I could have late feudal and imperial administrations, or high absolute crown authority laws in Kingdom of Poland, and I can't seem to find crown authority laws because it's conclave and I've forgotten where to do it. So in events I'm sort of ignoring it. So I could get one of these instead, which means it involves legalism, which means then I can pick primogeniture once people like me more. So, after giving my advice on a delicate matter, the courtier asked me to accept a small gift of gold as thanks for my help. So I can accept the gift reluctantly, try and potentially get the trait charitable, which is sort of good for my diplomacy, or I could say, wasn't my advice worth more than a couple of pennies, try and become greedy, and that sort of gets more money but at the cost of diplomacy. So I see if I can Ah, I have gained a travel trait. So here it is, Caritas. I get some more diplomacy, which is always good to have. But that increases my vassal limit, not that I need it increasing, but it also increases people's opinion of me. So increasing my state diplomacy. Because here I have 8, my spouse gives 6, and my councillors give 17, which is my chancellor. Gives me 17 to my state diplomacy. So, sort of waiting to get a child, which is a bit long because I'm chaste, but she's lustful, so rare. When casually strolling around the premises, as one often do. Yeah, but that's good English. We come across the Bishop Boleslav sitting at a desk, overburdened with work. This is the Bishop of Oswiecim, the spymaster. The spymaster. You can see there's a great opportunity to help him out and gain a favour in return. This is sort of the Conclave DLC requires like you can get favours over people. I tried to buy one off my wife, it didn't work. But favours means that you can try and get them to vote your way in your council and whatever. But to my surprise, he not only refuses my help, but has the nerve to insult me for it. So he doesn't like me because I try to bribe him with favours. I can see why. So, just sort of wondering what to do. Sort of waiting to get children. Might go at the fastest speed. Ooh, this again. Don't know what it is. I think it just has I have a bin in the background which doesn't like me or auto saving. So let's go to religion. So here's the Pope. The Pope, Alexander II, and here's the crown authority. This is the moral authority of the Catholic faith. So basically, holy wars, and if they control holy sites, it makes it better. Each religion has like 5 holy sites. Here's Kern, Rome, Santiago, Jerusalem, and Canterbury. So, basically, the more moral authority religion has, the less heresies pop up, and vice versa. So these are my bishops. So this is how much they like the Pope and how much they like me. They like me more. They start paying me cash and giving me troops. So King Boleslav the Bold has declared post-holy war for Pomerania on High Chief Mieczysław of Pruthenia, which is this guy here. He's declared holy war for Pomerania, which is so it's holy wars are great for de jure duchies, which is sort of these things here. So he's declared high war for Pomerania, which is this duchy here, on Pruthenia, which basically means to claim the holy war on Gdansk, because these are part of the jure duchy of Pruthenia, and he's not declaring that, which is a bit silly of him. If I was him, I would declare war on Pruthenia, but he's just because I get 4 countries out instead of 1. But each their own. I go back to. So he's basically declaring holy war, and his troops are now into action. Probably win it because probably have more troops. He has 1.84 troops possible, 1.84 thousand, sorry, and my king has 6.65 thousand. So we'll probably win. Yay for us. Basically, how many troops you control, also depending on marshal. So he's quite a high marshal, so you can get quite a lot of troops. I have quite a terrible marshal, so I can get basically no troops. So maybe if I go to war, I might change to war focus rather than rulership focus. So let's play it now because I sort of got surprised by the war. Hopefully I'll be able to get fabricate. Oh, the Pomeranian and Obertritian war ended, so he declared. He won. The Obertritian won the war, so got these 2 counties, which makes life a bit annoying because. Okay, no wait. He's more powerful now. He has now much more troops than me. Before the other guy didn't have many troops. I need to try and fabricate claim on a random person. I could go inside of my kingdom. This guy, the Prince Bishop of Sach. Send him here because that's that's a county on its own. It is my king our king. So he's an independent count, so he doesn't have many troops, 570 troops. So I bet if I do fabricate a claim, hopefully if I'm allowed to actually fight war on my vassals, I think low enough crown authority to do that, I might be able to declare war on him. If you look in here, this bottom right is the war. So all the other pagan Romulans have joined in his war. So the chief of Latgale, chief of Galindia, the chief of Sambia, the high chief of Lithuania, and the high chief of Zemietia. So they will join the war. So hopefully Poland can still win this. Because the Holy War, the defender can call people of the same religion. Hopefully they can still win. Because they always got like 3,000 here, 1,000 here. Interesting to watch. If I was Poland, I would hire some mercenaries just to make sure, but I'm not Poland, so he might lose, and that'd be hilarious. So that means he's less powerful, and that means, as the council, we will be able to bit more. We would be more powerful, be able to more powerful against him. So if I go to the council, don't know I'm in laws. If I go to the council, because I'm loyalist, because I would have voted on it. Actually, I wanted this. I want council laws. War declaration. The council chooses. So we would have chosen. We would have chosen his war. I would have approved his war because I'm loyalist. Zealots would approve his war because it's probably against. It's probably against infidels. So they probably want to be. Well, Zealots don't like infidels, so they probably supported it. Probably his probably supported it because it gains more land. Or against weak opponents, so that's maybe why I liked it. Actually, yeah, everyone probably liked it. Actually, they might have probed it more because it was less glorified. Because it's only a minor holy war. Unfortunately, we're losing this holy war. This stack has... I can't enter the war because I'm not a participant. I wish I could enter the battle. But look, here's the war score, minus 44% from that one battle. So we got on the track to losing. And now the troop is retreating, sort of a shattered retreat. Okay, two things have popped up. My liege, during my stay in Upper Silesia, I found a great plot of there's another philosopher, so I can get some more cultural points opposed to gold. I'm going to say no this time, because I'm so close to getting 500 gold. Which is sort of my ambition, I believe. So, Mayor Prendotta approaches me. My liege, I have a great idea for a monument, something to raise our cultural status, and make the people notice what a great ruler you are. I would require some gold and your patience, and the work would take a year to complete. So this is sort of my rulership focus. So I could say yes, and then that'd be fine. So this is sort of the part of the favour system. The Prince Bishop of Sach, who secretly I'm trying to declare war with him, is sort of asking me to vote on the council. Request council appointment is done. So he wants me to support him in the council. I don't know why he doesn't want in the council. I don't know what we need to do, but so I'm just checking this. So he wants me to support him. So that means he owes me a favour. So I'll accept. That means he owes me a favour. So here, I am sort of bound to what he votes as. So here it says he owes me a favour. And I don't know what favours do. I don't know how we're going to do a vote. That'd be in the laws, probably. I can't change laws here. So Duchy of Silesia, that's probably why. Can I change these laws? I can't say I cannot. Not allowed to initiate a law by spending a favour on the liege. Maybe he spent a favour on the liege to start a law in Poland. Maybe, I don't know. As I said, I'm new to Conclave, so I don't really know what it's all doing. But I can request councillor support. But I'm not really need to, because I don't really need councillor support, because I'm not really creating a council thing. So let's just play through and see why he wanted my support. And now the pagans are sieging the city of the province of what? Ploch, I don't know, I don't know if there's an accent on the L. But they've already gained the county capital. And now my Poland are at war with him again. Hopefully we'll win this one. It looks like we will. Because he got quite low morale, that little green and red bar is the morale of the troop, which is basically a percentage of how much they like you. So, hopefully they'll win, so we'll get back some war score from this. We're now minus 39%. So we lost 4 for losing control of Ploch, but we won the Battle of Ploch. So we're getting there, and now they're just chasing him into Ruthenia. So Kaiser Heinrich IV of Holy Roman Empire set up Pope Gunther as an anti-pope named Pope Innocentius II. So the Germans have created an anti-pope, and if they can get their pope, if they can fight Rome for the pope, that means Germany gets a new pope who serves German interests. So, because I'm doing stewardship focus, to improve my stewardship and better learn how to administrate the realm, it strikes me that it may be a good idea to conduct a survey of the land like a doomsday book, it seems. Trustworthy men would have this be sent out to every corner of my domains and record their findings. This information will be collected into a single great tome. Let's write the tome of judgment. Nothing bad from this. So there's been new cardinals, so that's the one thing I'm going over. Religion. College of Cardinals. So every time, basically, when the Pope dies, it's from the preferred cardinal, becomes the next Pope. And the other cardinals can vote on the Pope. So this guy, Cardinal Silesia Radicofani, is the preferred Pope. And the next cardinal gets, when cardinals die, the next ones get picked. There'll be a couple here. They've been picked. And the next one's supposed to be Andrea, who has a point score of 414. My vassal, my chancellor, has 283 point score. Basically, it's good to have a cardinal in as a vassal, because that means they might do some things for you in the religious side of life. I could put some money in to push forward his claim. Basically, the things that score him. So being Italian helps immensely. So, I'm not Italian, I'm Polish, so it's going to be difficult for me to become Pope. Get my cardinals, my bishops become cardinal. Do I spend? There's never no. So this is sort of like a good place to stop. So, thank you. Leave a like if you've enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for my next part as Duchy of Silesia. Hopefully, we might actually get a population claim on the province by soon. So, see you later, soon, whenever.